I never told my son the truth. Not because I was ashamed, not because I was hiding, but because I wanted him to grow up clean of greed. And that silence, that one choice I made decades ago, led to a dinner that exposed everything rotten hiding behind polite smiles. A dinner that broke my daughter-in-law. A dinner that shattered her parents' pride. A dinner that taught my son who people really are. And no matter how much time passes, I still remember the look on their faces when the truth finally walked into the room. My son Marcus is 35 years old. To him, I was invisible. Not in a cruel way, just ordinary. I was the woman who woke up before sunrise, quietly dressed, and left the apartment without noise. The woman who came home tired, loosened her shoes, and stood in the kitchen staring into the fridge like she was doing mental math. The woman who reused grocery bags, clipped coupons, and said things like, "We don't need that," or "We'll buy it next month." Marcus assumed I worked some small office job, maybe as secretary, maybe data entry, something forgettable, and I never corrected him, because what would it change? Money doesn't make you a parent. Character does, and I wanted my son rich in values, not entitlement, so I let him believe his mother was just scraping by. What he didn't know was that for nearly 20 years, I sat in boardrooms with glass walls overlooking cities, that I signed contracts worth more than his house, that I earned $40,000 a month, not once, but consistently. I wasn't surviving. I was powerful, and I lived like none of it mattered. I had seen what money did to families. I had watched siblings turn into strangers, parents into wallets, children into expectations. So I chose quiet. I lived in the same modest apartment long after I could have moved. I drove an old car with a dented door. I carried a leather handbag until the stitching came undone. Not because I had to, because simplicity protected me. And for years it worked. Until Marcus married Clara. Clara was polite in the way wealthy people are polite. Perfect posture, measured smiles. Questions that sounded friendly but felt like audits. "So, what do you do exactly?" "Oh, still working?" That must be comfortable. Her parents lived abroad and owned several properties. At least that's how Clara described it. I noticed something early. She never asked about my life, only my limits. And when Marcus told me her parents were visiting and wanted to meet me over dinner, I felt something shift inside my chest. Not fear, curiosity. I decided that night would be a test. Not for them, for me. I didn't dress up. I wore a plain dress I'd owned for years. Flat shoes, no jewelry. I left my watch at home, and I made one quiet promise to myself. I will show them nothing and watch how they treat me. The restaurant was loud with money. Crystal glasses clinking, soft laughter that didn't reach the eyes. Waiters trained to read bank accounts in seconds. When I walked in, Clara's parents barely looked up. Her mother's eyes flicked to my shoes. Her father's gaze moved past me like I was furniture. "This is Marcus's mom," Clara said. "No name, just a role." I sat down, and immediately, I disappeared. They talked about vacations in places I'd negotiated contracts, about investments I understood better than they did, about connections. No one asked me anything. When I spoke, Clara's mother interrupted. "Oh, you wouldn't know about that," she laughed softly. Her father asked Marcus about promotions, then turned to me. "And you? What did you do before?" Slowing down? The words stung. I smiled anyway. "I work in an office." That was enough. The waiter came. Clara ordered for herself. Her parents ordered without looking at prices. Then Clara leaned toward me. "She'd just have soup." I hadn't spoken. I ordered soup. When the check arrived, Clara's father leaned back in his chair. "Well," he said loudly, "we usually divide the bill based on means." Then he looked at me. "I assume this might be difficult for you." My hands didn't shake, but something inside me hardened. Marcus stared at the table. No one defended me. That hurt more than the insult. And that's when I knew. It was time. I reached into my worn handbag, slowly pulled out a black corporate card, placed it on the table. "I'll cover it," I said calmly. Clara laughed. Her father scoffed. The waiter took the card, returned moments later. "Approved." Silence slammed into the table. Marcus's face drained of color. "Mom," I stood, and for the first time that night, they looked at me. "I've been a senior executive for nearly 20 years, I said evenly. "I earned $40,000 a month." Clara's mother's mouth opened, nothing came out. Her father stared at the table like it betrayed him. "I pretended to be poor," I continued, "to see how you treat people you think don't matter." My voice didn't rise. It didn't need to. Clara whispered, "Why would you do this?" I looked at her. Because character reveals itself when there's nothing to gain. Marcus was shaking. "You let me believe? I let you grow without poison," I said gently. Then I looked back at her parents. "You failed," I said simply, and I walked out. Marcus came to my apartment the next morning. He cried like a child. "I'm so sorry," he said. I held his face. "You didn't know," I said. "That was my burden." Clara never apologized. Her parents never called. But something broke that night, and something healed. Some people wear wealth, others carry it quietly, and some only reveal it when arrogance forgets its place. If you ever wonder who holds the power in the room, watch who stays silent.